Have you ever wondered, or have you ever thought, why did God cover Adam and Eve after they had sinned? You know, the thing that Adam and Eve did was was so crazy. You know, that act, it meant the fall of man. Immediately they ate the fruit. My name is Grace, and today I want us to look the story of how when Adam and Eve fell, or rather they sinned, why did God decide to cover them despite the fact that they had wronged him? You know, it was not easy. I know it was not easy for him, but maybe from that sin we see another character of God, another thing that had not been seen before, since man had not sinned against God from the from the time God had created him. And we see, let's read from Genesis 3 and verse 6. And it says, when the woman saw, now before then, now the story of where the serpent tells the woman about the fruit. And now at verse 6, now the woman agrees about the fruit. And so she say, we see another one says, when the woman saw that the fruit of the tree was good for food and pleasing to the eye, and also desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate. Then the eyes of both of them were opened, and they realized they were naked. So they sewed fig leaves together and made coverings for themselves. You know, and did you see how wise they have become? They have eaten the fruits. Now they can see. They can see the good and bad. Now they can see their sins. They can see their mistakes. And now they have started covering them, just as they usually do. Yeah, you. That is what you usually do. When you find you have done something wrong, instead of asking God for forgiveness, what do? You start justifying yourself. You know, I did this because of this. And even some of us change the sin name. You know, you store and you say, I took. Something, something, it's the truth, but you are trying to cover it, with fig trees, with more, you are trying to mask it so that it is not seen. And so we see Adam and Eve now they are clever, now that they are wise. The thing they thought of doing was making clothes with fig trees. Fig trees which are there, leaves. Leaves which are here today, and tomorrow they will dry and crack and fall. And what happens? They are exposed. The nakedness they were trying to cover, guys, it is open again. Have you ever made fig clothes for yourself with fig leaves? Make it, and it's so sunny, So by the you make it in the morning, and by evening, it's dry and it has fallen off. And tomorrow you make another one. And that is your lifestyle. Instead of going to God, accepting that you have made a mistake and asking for his forgiveness, the most convenient thing you can do is to try to cover your mistakes. It's try to, to justify yourself for the mistakes that you did. And then the man and his wife heard the sound of the Lord God as he was walking in the garden in the cool of the day, which was usual for them. That's how they used to commune, and God will come down and he stay with Adam. But when the Lord called to the man, "Where are you?" he answered, "I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." Lord, I can hear you are calling me. I can hear you alone knows the great plans you have for me. plans to prosper me and not to harm me. But Lord, I longed somebody, and that is why I'm hiding. I cannot come. I cannot accept your call because I did something bad. I did something bad at the work. I took money from the office without no one seeing. I'm the one who betrayed the other person, the person who was expelled, and so many things you did, so many things you are doing, and that is why you are hiding from God. And you'll see the faithfulness of God, even in the midst of the things you think you've done, even in the midst of the things how you think you went behind your colleague and made them to be expelled from work. God still loves and cares for you, because you have to know God is in the business of saving lives. He is not in the business of condemning or throwing them away. And that is why we see here, after even Adam falling big time, this was a big fall. Let's not just joke about it. It was a big fall. After this big fall, now we see this big character of God, now that is seen, that we never saw, a character that we never knew existed in God, because now we are seeing a God covering. What do you mean? What it means to cover? You've done maybe something so bad, and still he wants to cover you. He don't want to expose you. He wants to cover your shame. Want to cover you, and that is now we see, and that is God is always doing. He's covering us with his righteousness. No matter what we have done, no matter how far we think we've gone, we see God's grace always coming strong and always coming through for us and telling us, you are my children, you are my babies, I can never leave you, I can never forsake you. Because one thing you know for sure, God will not leave you for the devil to devour you. Because you know what happens, somebody now in this case of fall, now when Adam and Eve fell, something like people, you fall. And once you fall and you get out to the world, and now yes, you've fallen or you've done something wrong, instead of asking God for forgiveness, you are going out and now start praying victim because of the things you did. You start like beating yourself, you start regretting, you start shame. Guess what you do? Or you've done, sorry. You've just opened a door for the devil, who is going around looking for somebody to devour, and he will devour you like crazy. You've already done one thing there, you've sinned. Now, instead of going back to God, you've run to the world. And this world is so merciless. The devil will devour you, people will devour you until you are completely done. Nothing else. And the reason why this is happening is because you refused to go to seek help from the right person, or from God. And now we see God in his mercy. Even after Adam and Eve falling, this big, he comes and he shows we see love, like little first class love. We see him coming with kindness. We see him coming with love. We see him covering Adam's weakness. And he says, he is not going to let him maybe walk in that guilt, walk in that that helplessness. And that is why we see God now coming in and bringing in now what he's doing today. He's knocking at your heart. You are then who are feeling so miserable. You think you did something so bad. God is acting. He is knocking. Listen, he is knocking and he's saying, it's okay. Even that one I can forgive. Even that one, yes. Even that one, yes, the one that you're hiding now, the one you think that nobody saw, but it's giving you sleepless night. He can see it, and he is by the door. He wants to cover you. He wants to wash you. He wants to cleanse you. So stop hiding. Stop hiding. Come out. God is out there. He is waiting for you. He is at your door. Stop hiding, because that is what the devil wants. Where you are hiding, he will come for you. And he has no mercies. He'll tear you down. He'll beat you with guilt. He'll beat you with regret. He'll beat you with the helplessness until you be left nothing. And that is his mission, to steal, kill, and destroy. And the moment you die, that is when he will leave you. So before it is too late, before the devil gets to, yes, you've done some, but learn to the Lord, to the throne of mercy. God is so merciful. He will cover you. He will protect you. And in this story of Adam and Eve, we see God by what the one says that after they did all this, we will jump because it's a wrong story. What the Lord did after they have done this, after they were naked and according to themselves, and God is like, oh man. And he said, the Lord God made garments of skin for Adam and his wife and clothed them. Keep short. God himself, now it's God who is covering you. It's not you. It's not about you. You've already done enough. You failed. You know you cannot forgive yourself. You know you cannot cleanse yourself. It's only God who can forgive you. It's only God who can cleanse you. And now we see God coming in a big way. Even after Adam doing all this, he comes, he kills an animal. He makes the brand a shed. And this is a foreshadow now of what was to happen later now. Because after the sin that Adam did, the only thing that could atone that sin, the only thing that could change things allowed now, it was the death of one of them. And that was the death of Jesus Christ. And see, all this now, this is happening. Now the shedding of the brand, the covering of the skin with the skin. Now it is what was to happen. Now the death of Christ, the covering of grace, the righteousness of God. These are the things that were to happen. And now, mind you, now even this covering of this animal, it was still temporary. It was temporary because now after the man sinned and after the sacrifice of animals, it was done now and then. It was done after a certain time because this brand of animals could not take away the sins. It was just another covering, but it was a covering from a higher level because now it was made by God. But that was just still a foreshadow of what was to happen. The little brand of Christ was to be shed, so that this thing of now and then slaughtering animals, sacrificing, it was to be done once and for all. It was supposed to be done with. And so for a long time, they did that. They continued doing that. Just like the way the fig trees, you would cover yourselves, they will dry, they will fall, they will slaughter the animals, the priests will pour on people, their sins will be covered, and after some time, then blood will dry, and they will do it again and again and again and again until when the real blood was shed on the cross, and that is the blood of Jesus. And so we find that all these things God is doing, He started showing His mercies. He started showing His kindness from the very, very, very first thing, from the very first one, from the very first go when Adam and Eve failed. He came through for them and he showed them it is not God, it is not us. Yes, you might have done it, but one thing you have to know, I am God the Almighty. I'm the one who created all this. I created you, and so I'll not allow devil to destroy you. And God has to fight this fight for himself, guys. And he had to win. And he won for himself, and he won for us. By Jesus dying, now the devil, you have no access now to harass men to make them now do now after Jesus dying and resurrecting now. All the powers now, all the devil, all the principalities, now they are left helpless. They were disarmed. And so today, if you are in that place, if you are hiding, if you are still beating yourself down, if you are still guilt, know and know now you are carrying the long burdens you are not supposed to be carrying, because there's nothing to carry. Nothing. There's no guilt to carry. Jesus, he washed us. He cleansed all the guilt away, all the burdens. So if you are still carrying your burdens, you are doing yourself more harm than good. And that is bad, because Jesus paid for it. He died for it. Jesus, when the man failed, God covered him for a short period with his skin until the time Jesus died, which was meant to be. And so when Jesus died, the lamp of Christ, the lamp of God that was to be, slain for our sins once and for all. Now there's nothing. No shame to carry, no burden to carry, no regret to carry, no nothing to carry. You are free. And if you are carrying anything for whatever reason, let me tell you, you are carrying the wrong things. Jesus came so that he gave us his mercies. He says, goodness and mercies shall follow you all the days of, what are you doing carrying shame and regrets? How will mercies of God be in your life? How will his goodness be there? If you are struggling, or if you are holding on something you did 10 years or 5 years ago, Jesus is knocking and he's telling you it's all done, finished with. Come on, live a free life. I died so that you may have life and have it in abundance. Do it. Take life and live it in abundance with no shame, with no guilt. Don't let the devil devour you with something that you did, and simply because you didn't ask for forgiveness, now you think God is angry with you, he doesn't want to see you, and that is what the devil will make you believe, guys. But if you know Jesus died so that you may have life and have it in abundance, if you know he died, he shed that blood on the cross so that you can be set free, you have to get angry and decide to live free as he set you to be. So this afternoon, maybe you are there, you are folding, you are hiding, you are hiding. You are not even hiding in public. You are hiding in your mind. You are hiding in your soul. You are hiding in your spirit. You are in pain because of something you did. Maybe even whatever you did, no one else knows apart from you, but it's killing you, slow but sure. Why don't you wake up this afternoon? Why don't you decide enough is enough? I'm not going to hide anymore, because now I know Jesus died for what I did. Jesus died for this sin and even greater sins than this one. So when you know you cannot cover yourself, when you know you are inadequate, when you know that you need God, when you know that the sacrifice that was made for you, for so that you can be free. When you know that then God's mercy and love, they are so much that you cannot finish them. And when you know that the only one who can cover you, or the one who washed and cleansed all our sins away, was Jesus, you will not carry, you will not waste another second coiling or lying, or lying down, or crying, or beating yourself because of something you did. Because that is what the devil wants you to do. You just need to wake up and take the forgiveness. It's free. Just open yourself, receive it, so that the peace of God can have a place to stay in your life. So if you are there and you're beating yourself, I don't know. Because I don't see the reason why God forgave you, but you can't forgive yourself. Because if God forgave you for what you did, if God has been forgiving you up to this minute, and you did something stupid and you can't forgive yourself, now you are beat, and you need yourself to live. You need yourself to move forward. That is, I'm sorry to say, but the devil has held you hostage. And the only way to get out of that is to receive the forgiveness of God, which the covering he gave. It stop making the leaves for yourselves, because you can never cover yourself. You cannot protect yourself. But when you let God protect you, when you let, Adam and Eve could have refused this clothes, this garment God made for them. They could have said, no, we don't deserve it. No, no, no. They took it. You deserve it. You deserve forgiveness. You deserve a good life. So stop hiding. Wake up and take the grace of God. It's so much. It's evident. It's everywhere. Wake up, open your heart and receive it. Thanks so much, and God bless you. Remember to subscribe.